Dad played a good joke on me one time when I turned 16, and to preface it, he told all his kids that even though he had plenty of money, he wasn't going to buy us a car when we turned 16, or a new car when we turned 16, but he would get us something that was reliable and would get us from here to there. So we kind of knew what the story was going to be. So my birthday's on April 1st. Of course, that was too big of a situation for Dad to pass up, and so I went down to the Ford dealership right before I turned 16. I wanted a Mustang GT, and I'd probably give him a pinky finger for one. And you know, I sat down and talked to Bob Walker, who owned the dealership at the time. Long story short, my dad and Mr. Walker were good friends, and so he called Dad up and said, "Hey, your boy was down here. He's wanted to buy a car from me," and Dad laughed, and you know, they chuckled. And next day, or a few days later, was my birthday. Dad said, "Hey, Bubba." "Hey, yeah, Dad." He goes, "Happy birthday." And I said, "Thank you." He goes, "Come in here and sit down for a second." So, okay. So I went and sat down with Dad, and he had a serious look on his face, and he goes, "You know, your mom and I told you that we weren't going to get you a new car for your birthday, but I understand you like Mustang GTs real well." And I said, "Yes, sir, I do." And I started trembling. And he slides a box over across the table, and he goes, "Well, son, you're a good boy. You've always done everything we've asked you to. You make good grades, and so your mom and I decided we'd get this for you." I opened it up, and it's Mustang GT keys. And so I'm like beside myself. I jump up 8 foot in the air, and I run outside, and I look in the parking lot, or the driveway, and I said, "Dad, somebody stole my GT." And he goes, "No, son, your car is in the driveway." And I said, "No, Dad, that's Papa's old car." "Where's my Mustang?" He goes, "No, son, that's your car." April Fools.